Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan, and welcome to our final solution presentation for the CATS Super Analytics Challenge. We are truly thankful for the opportunity to make an impact on an issue as dire as food insecurity, and we are confident the insights we will be sharing today will draw everyone's attention to a very critical need. First, we would like to introduce you to our team, which includes Archie, Aaron, Sri, Yao, and myself. As you can see, we come from a diverse set of backgrounds, including business, engineering, biostatistics, and data analytics, all of which were leveraged to tackle this problem. In simple terms, food insecurity is the inability to acquire enough food to sustain a healthy life. It further extends to food availability, accessibility, and use. To better understand the current situation of food insecurity, we looked for some statistical evidence. We discovered that not only is there a deficit of food, but more specifically, there's a deficit of food quality. In a survey done by the Pittsburgh Food Bank, only 32% of people served eat fresh produce daily. 57% say fresh produce is hard to find in their community, and 83% say it is too costly. This is the root cause of unhealthy and nutritionally unbalanced diet among people, the repercussions of which are explained by the data from the CDC. It is clear poor nutrition is a leading risk factor in preventable chronic diseases. To further understand the extent of this problem, we interviewed registered dietitian Rebecca Duncan. Based on the feedback from Duncan, a key takeaway from her 25 years of practice is that people lack the skills and know-how to be able to effectively prepare healthy meals, and that the meals can be prepared more efficiently to reduce waste. Her quote reads, "People know a banana is healthier than a cupcake. Where we are lacking is with cooking skills, the ability to recognize different produce and know what to do with it. Too often, people get a squash and then let it rot on the counter. We need messaging on healthy foods and ways to give people skills on how to efficiently incorporate them into their lives. For example, you get a chicken, eat the meat, then use the bones to make soup." According to the cited study published in PubMed, it can be inferred that not all foods are created equal. In fact, here's a link between ultra-processed foods and chronic diseases such as obesity, cancer, type 2 diabetes, irritable bowel syndrome, depression, and frailty conditions, and all-cause mortality. If food bank patrons are financially depressed enough to need supplemental food assistance, it would be unreasonable to assume that they can afford the health costs associated with these metabolic diseases. Therefore, we believe poundage of food distributed does not paint a full picture, and that other metrics must be considered to determine if food insecurity is being satisfied holistically. Not only do we want to ensure that the food bank is providing patrons with healthy ingredients to better satisfy food insecurity, we want to ensure that the food being provided is not going to waste. After all, spending resources to provide healthy, non-processed options does not do much good if the food spoils and gets thrown away. Therefore, our HIQ is, how can we most economically distribute healthy foods and ensure the donations are being utilized by recipients? Aaron will now go into further detail on our analysis approach, conclusion, and recommendations. Aaron?
Thanks, Ryan. The first step of our analysis was to utilize SNAP data to determine the current nutritional content of our target population to see if dietary changes are required in order to satisfy food insecurity adequately. Next, we wanted to prove or disprove our assumption that poundage of food is not an appropriate measure to determine if food insecurity is being satisfied. Lastly, we wanted to see if we could find correlations in Allegheny County between what regions had the highest distribution of healthy foods and other factors that could be causing this trend. Some key takeaways we discovered from our analysis is that current recipients of SNAP, which we believe to be a good proxy of our target population, are not meeting recommended nutritional guidelines provided by the National Institutes of Health. We also discovered using poundage of food distributed is not an appropriate measure to determine if food insecurity is being satisfied in a meaningful way. Lastly, we discovered that frozen and refrigerated foods had a high correlation with nutritional value being provided based on geography. This insight should be used to narrow down a list of ingredients that are cost-effective, have a long shelf life, and provide high level of nutritional value per calorie while minimizing the use of ultra-processed foods. Frozen and refrigerated foods appear to be superior in these regards based on our analysis. For more details into our analysis, please refer to the appendix slide in our presentation. We hope the insights we have found will be useful to the Pittsburgh Food Bank in implementing the following solution. We believe the food bank could best answer our HIQ by copying the playbook of some of the most successful fast casual restaurants and meal kit delivery companies, such as Panera and HelloFresh. By using a narrow list of healthy ingredients, the food bank could work with a chef to design recipes that best serve our community by providing nutritious, convenient, and easy to prepare meals for families and individuals. These recipes and ingredients could be packaged in boxes HelloFresh style that is easily stored and distributed. Not only is the solution the most practical for recipients, but it is also cost effective for the food bank. By narrowing the amount of ingredients the food bank targets for purchasing, they can buy more of these ingredients in bulk, which will lower the per unit cost due to economies of scale. The food bank could utilize volunteers to efficiently package these ready-to-go boxes. Since these packages are being provided locally instead of nationally, the packaging would require much less materials and effort. Not only does this solution help the food bank provide higher quality nutrition to their recipients, but the downstream benefits include minimizing the chronic health conditions of those in our community. At the end of the day, providing healthy food is exponentially more cost effective than providing healthcare to treat these chronic diseases. This will lead to not only a fed society, but a happier and more productive one as well. With that, we thank the judges for your time and consideration, and we look forward to connecting with you further on this very important issue of healthy food distribution and utilization.